Although DeeAn's been with Buckner for 16 years, she was a foster parent and adopted prior to. DeeAn has previously adopted a special needs child who later did pass. And that's really where her heart for foster and adoption grew, was with this particular child. So once she came back to Buckner, she has had numerous children in and out of her home. There's so many times where DeeAn has been faced with just different trials that could have changed the course. She could have felt like this wasn't the right time for her, or there was just too much going on in her life that she couldn't continue. And we were so thankful every day that that's not what happened, and that she did have that support and she was able to continue, because she's made a difference in so many children's lives. This opportunity came at a time where she had been reaching out with different situations of having car trouble ongoing for a few months. And then she contacted me one day to let me know she was no longer going to be able to run the business that she had been in charge of for 9 years. Her husband had passed away years before. She inherited the business. Situations had changed, and she was no longer going to be able to continue. So she just had a lot of upcoming life changes, and she wasn't really sure of how she was going to navigate those. I think this gift will mean everything to her. I think it will just give her relief in a very uncertain time in her life. If anyone's capable of it, like DeeAn is, there's no concern there, but it'll just give her a little relief and a little cushion during that time while she figures out what those changes are going to look like.
How many children have you adopted?
5 altogether.
5 altogether. Why? Why do you continue to adopt? Because it can't be easy.
There's challenges for sure.
Yeah.
I would say I began fostering, not necessarily with the idea to adopt.
Right.
But it felt like a calling. I read a book, it talked about your calling, what gives you energy, and I thought, well, taking care of my kids, because I also had 5 biological children. So I just thought, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm called to do this. A couple of years after we had just fostered, my husband did pass away, and I thought I was going to have to stop. I think in my mind, I thought,
most people would
have.
Right.
And I did for a short period of time, but then I thought, this feels like it was a part of me, and I don't want to give this up. After a lot of grief, it gave me a purpose to keep living and to keep going. I think that's just what has continued. It's just been a calling, and been my purpose in life was to do that.
It is amazing that when you put yourself out there like that and you honor what God has asked you to do, He will provide, that He does step in and go, I see you, I hear you.
Yes.
And here's the thing, we did absolutely want to hear from you and hear your heart and why you are doing this. But at the same time, KCBI also has a program called Christmas Wish. And it's also why we are here today. Because along with Buckner, who let us know about your extraordinary family, we wanted to do something to bless your family for Christmas. Kelly, would you come on in here? We have these amazing partners, Mosquito Joe. They knew about your story, and they want to bless your family with this for Christmas.
Thank you so much. I'm really quite shocked, to be honest.
Our owners are Michael and Veronica Sykes. Veronica wrote this children's book, and she wanted to give that to you as well.
Thank you so much.
I have listened to the Christmas Wish for years, and it always touched my heart. And I had often thought, man, if we were ever in a position to be able to do that, I'd really like to do that, to just be a blessing and be the tool that God uses to bless somebody like that.
It's very meaningful to be able to give. It takes me to what Christmas is all about, and the joy that God would give His only Son to us. And whatever we have, be it what we think is small or abundant, it's always more than someone else. Being able to be part of a miracle just fills my heart with what I believe is the joy of Christmas. My prayer is that they are drawn closer to the Lord through the tangible and have an encounter with the intangible, amazing, and always life-impacting Lord.
I'm just really shocked, because this is not what I thought I was coming here for. It shows, like we were saying, how God provides in such unusual ways, in ways that we don't expect. And He's been faithful that way over and over again in my life. even though things may not always look the way you want them to look or the way you think they should look. God will provide when we are faithful to what He has called us to do.
Merry